So we're here with the awesome and amazing Elijah that's been doing some phenomenal work. He's been showing up, he's been showing out, and every time there was a challenge for him, he stepped up to the challenge and he did the work. And that's what I'm most excited about, sharing his journey and share how we just figured everything out together, man. So how you feeling today, Elijah?
Well, I can say I'm blessed and I'm happy. I have no complaints being here with the awesome and amazing
Yeah.
coach. That
Mhm.
is the reason for my success.
Yeah, awesome,
Yeah.
man. I love it, man. So we're gonna go through this. It's a regular conversation, man. It's just really asking you some questions to see where you were, what kind of things you experienced along the way, as well as where you are right now and where you're going in the future, right? So
Right.
one of the first things that I want to say is, what has been your experience with the program? And every question that I ask you, I want you to ask it as honest as possible, because we want people, when they come to us, we want them to actually come to us knowing this is what you're going to get and this is what you're going to deal with. And if this is not what you're up to, then this ain't the place where you want to be at, right? So
hmm
what has been your experience with JEC and Associates?
Well, without a single shred of a doubt, my experience with JEC and Associates is a program that instills discipline in its members.
Mm-hmm.
It can be attributed to the structure and the knowledge that's provided from the coaches available inside of the business. And in my personal experience, prior for me coming in, I had only had about 4 months of gym experience and just working out, maintaining a consistent schedule, learning how to eat properly, so on and so forth. However, when I got to meet JEC and Associates, I was blown away by the attention to detail and the accessibility of the coaches inside. I could say that there's a big reason as to why I've gained so much muscle mass and so much experience and knowledge is because of the hands-on training and the accessibility of JE and Associates. It's given me more confidence, more ability to handle problem-solving skills even. I would say in a sense, if something's not working, you could try to just decrease the weight and finish it out with a less weight. That was something that I realized that can be done when you're training. So I would say JE and Associates is a excellent choice for anybody that's seeking hands-on personal training in their life to reach and obtain their goals and or desires.
Awesome. Because that's what I was going to ask you next. I was going to ask you, like, what were you doing before you joined us? Like, what was your lifestyle? What were your fitness goals? What was the type of environments were you in before you started working with us?
Well, prior, since I kind of answered a little bit, I can go a
Yeah.
little bit more
Yeah.
detail. Um, it was not too much of a inactive lifestyle,
Mm-hmm.
but I wasn't paying attention to what I would eat. I wasn't caring about whether or not how this would change my body in terms of maybe getting a little bit of physical activity. Um, I was just working, sometimes two jobs, mostly one, but yeah, like I already said, I had a little bit of training from just doing it by myself at different gyms that I hopped around at. I started at Planet Fitness with a friend of mine, but we ended up having to go our separate ways because of schedules.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I always wanted someone there because I think a big part of me at the beginning of working out, at least, was having someone there to motivate you, having someone there to hold you accountable. So that deterred me a little bit at the start, but after that, I went to another gym, Platinum
That's
Fitness.
that's that's what I was actually about to ask you. So a little bit, and you were going into it anyway. But what are some of the things that you've tried already? Like before us, what have you tried? You said you were working with a friend. Go ahead, go into that
hmm
kind of stuff.
Well, we were just really just going in like 5 days a week, so Monday through
Okay.
Friday, making sure we're hitting everything that we could. I was following his lead for the most part because he had some experience with working out when he was younger, but he has a full-time job and full-time family as well to take after. So he didn't have as much time to dedicate. So some of them days were not as consistent as others. Um, most of our work was done with machines with a little bit of free weights. Um, but in comparison to JE and Associates, there wasn't as much structure. So that was a key difference. Like when I came to JE and Associates, the amount of structure that was given to me, something to follow day in and day out, along with the motivation of having someone there to hold you accountable. So,
Got it.
yeah, I
So
was pretty much kind of a little bit of a couch potato for before starting the gym. I wasn't completely out of shape. I was just a skinny little bugger, but but I wasn't too active.
Okay.
Just skinny, relatively healthy, but not someone that you could say, oh, you could tell he works out just by looking at him. Like
Yeah.
now, I think at least.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so you said you're working out with a buddy, then you tried going to another gym by yourself.
Yes, and that gym was
Okay.
Platinum Fitness.
Okay, and then another gym or what
No,
after
that
that? Oh, just
too.
that? Okay, and
That
then
was
then
it.
that's when you came to JEC and Associates.
About
Awesome.
like last year, like in
But
like May, I believe.
got it.
Yeah.
So what made this different? And you touched base on it anyway a little bit, but we're gonna go back to it again. What made this different from the other things that you've tried? And put your face in the screen a little bit. You got your chest all in the screen. We know you work out, man. We see you, man. We see you, the chest and the
You
shoulders
just
and all
gotta
that.
you just gotta show a little bit sometimes, man. You just have to just
Yeah.
slightly show a little bit.
But what made this different from the other things that you tried? You know?
Well, what made it different was I would say the knowledge that the coaches had.
Got it. Right.
Mhm.
And so
And the
this is
hands-on experience.
okay. The knowledge and the hands-on experience. Um, how does it make you feel like working with us? And I want you to be honest, right? How does it make you feel on the inside, physically? I mean, emotionally, and a little bit physically, being that you've been able to work with us and get some of the results that you got. How does that make you feel, man?
Like a changed person, like a changed man. Like a lot more confidence. I love looking at my body, both when I have clothes and clothes off.
Love it, love it. Right.
Mhm.
So, and how did you feel about the coaching, Elijah? How did you feel about the coaching? Tell the truth. How did you feel about the coaching, man?
Sometimes I didn't believe what was being done was working because I was impatient. Right? There's that
Mhm.
time that like I wanna cut, and I don't want to cut, and that was just me being indecisive. But I
Mhm.
saw as time went on that I actually was progressing by
Mhm.
following the instructions given to me, by doing the exercises that were instructed the proper way, with the proper form, with the right amount of overload progression.
Mhm.
That made a key difference, doing it as said and just with consistency, even though I would be frustrated.
Got it. Love it. Right. So what kind of results did you? Oh, no, matter of fact, what have you learned? How have you been educated? What did you learn? How have you been educated?
Well, mostly I would say I would be educated on how to properly um, build muscle and, like I already said, uh, progressively overload the right way,
Mhm.
getting a certain amount of weight and mastering that weight and then going up in a proper increment. Like, for example, with the bench press,
Mhm.
we started at a 105,
Mhm.
I
Okay.
believe. And max bench ended up being, I believe, like 185.
Mhm.
Mm. Could
Yep.
be higher now, though.
Yep. Definitely. Definitely. All
Mhm.
right. So, what kind of results did you get inside of the program? What kind of results have you saw from coaching and training with JEC and Associates? I don't remember off the top of my head. Do you remember?
The question again, if you don't mind.
What kind of results did you receive working with us?
Well, I would say I've gotten more weight with more definition.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've gotten stronger in every part of my body. I've got the experience on how to work out if need be, independently from doing the workouts, knowing the different types of muscles and how each individual exercise targets certain parts of the body a little bit more than the other, or adjusting yourself. Like, for instance, the tricep pull down, tucking your arm inside and keeping it aligned with
Mm-hmm.
your hip, and keeping it in a straight line makes a world of difference to get the proper squeeze. Opposed to just moving weight, activating the muscle.
Mm-hmm.
So
I had to pull it up to remember. The results that you got was one of the results that I remember off the top of my head now was like you gained 10 plus pounds of muscle, man.
mhm,
10 plus pounds of muscle. That's ridiculous. That's crazy. That's phenomenal.
mhm, absolutely.
And you three times your strength. Like you said, you started off with maybe 105 pounds on the bench press. I think it was even 95 or 105 because we
Might have
started
been.
we started with the 2 second pauses to build
Mhm.
stabilization. And then from there, you're just repping it out. I think it was 185 or even 195 that we got there. Also on the squats, we were almost at like 100, like almost 300 pounds of squat, or 285, 295, 305, somewhere around there, right?
Yeah, high,
Yeah,
like high
definitely
200,
squats,
small 300 on a squat. Yeah.
killing it. You know what I mean? And when you started with the squat, what do you think we were doing? Maybe what, 95? I think it was
Yeah.
95 there
Uh
too,
huh.
right? So
Mhm.
you three times your strength, you gained 10 plus pounds of muscle, and you definitely like maintained and reduced some of your body fat percentage. As you gain weight too, it fluctuated, but those results was all, a lot of it is due to you doing the work and doing what the coaches asked you to do. Even if you were frustrated, you were like, I want to do this. you
Yeah.
still you still did the work that was,
Yeah.
asked of you, man. So we appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. You killed it. Um, would you recommend this program, this coaching? Would you recommend this to anybody? Would you recommend this?
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you're coming to obtain your goals, to make changes, to have positive influence in your life, I would 100%, 10 out of 10, always recommend JEC and Associates.
Awesome. Appreciate it, man.
Big thumbs
Before,
up.
thank you, man. Before we go, what is something you want to say to anybody, men, women, children, that are going to listen to your story for motivation and inspiration, that's going to help kickstart their journey and help them stay consistent? What is something that you want to say to them, man?
Well, you already said the answer, coach. Consistency. Consistency. You gotta instill it in your mind and make sure you hold yourself accountable every day. You have to make sure what you're going to do is something you want to finish till you get to the goal that you want. When you're not feeling that you're doing anything that you see is giving you progress, or that you can feel that you say you accomplished a goal, you have to understand, and to make the cake, you have to start with the layers. You have to start from the base, go to the middle, and go to the top, and then put the cherry on the top. It's progressive for men, women, children, grandparents. Anybody is capable of fulfilling their health or physical goals as long as they have consistency. And with the amazing and awesome staff at JD and Associates, I could say that they'll be able to fulfill their goals with a supportive and knowledgeable staff. I would say 100% it's worth it.
Yeah. Awesome, man. I want to add something too. Normally, I don't add nothing at the end, but it's because it's you. I definitely want to add something. Um, a lot of time people are just doing workouts and they're working out and it makes them feel good. Like it could be, making their heart rate rise. It could be making them feel fatigued and tired and all of those different things. So it feels like they're working. You have to focus on doing what actually gets you a result and not just working out if you want to see long-term sustainable results. And that's what I want to share with anybody out there that's going to listen to Elijah's story for motivation and inspiration. He is somebody that went through the process that says, hey, sometimes I might get a little bit frustrated. I might want to have more of a heart rate increase. I might want to feel more of a pump and tired and fatigued. But if I also want to make sure that I'm doing everything that's going to actually get me the outcome that I came to get from the beginning. It's not just about a feeling, it's about real tangible results. And that's what we want to motivate and inspire everybody towards, actually getting real results and not just working out, feeling like you're doing something, but never achieving your goals, man. So that's all I got, man. I appreciate you, Elijah, man. You're awesome and amazing.